How's it going, everybody? Well, you asked the questions and today I provide the answers. In the last video, I said drop me a question, excuse me, question below. Is a beautiful sunny day today, so why not? Let's answer some questions. Let's go through them and answer some questions. I'm standing next to this beautiful 4055, and I'll tell you what, the sun's hitting it just right. This is just, absolutely beautiful Soundguard cab tractor, old John Deere. So let's get right into it. I got my phone here. Let's answer some questions. All right, Dalton Stringfellow. And if I get some of your guys' names wrong, I apologize in advance. I'm going to do the best I can. So Dalton Stringfellow. Hey, Mike, big fan of your work. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Question, what is the most favorite tractor on the farm? Also, Scott Rooker, which tractor is your favorite? Richard Karpensky, what is your favorite tractor you have on the farm? So I think that covers the favorite tractor part. To answer the one about favorite tractor, if that's not associated with the farm, obviously the channel name's Mike P7810. I've had people in the past ask me, how can you call yourself Mike P7810 when you don't even have a 7810? Well, there was something about, this is the newest tractor we have. It's a 1992 55 series, which, don't get me wrong, I know the channel is Mike P7810. But these style Soundguard cabs, the 55 series, the 40 series, the 50 series, beautiful tractors. I absolutely love them, especially the 55 series. Just the way the black matches up with the yellow here, and I love the 55 series tractors. Plus, growing up as a kid, like I said, my dad bought this brand new in 1992, and if this was on our disc, and this is we were usually running the 2940 or something like that. We didn't get the 4040 until when did we get that? 2005 or 2006, something like that. But anyway, so if you got to run this tractor, it was a special time. You felt pretty special if you ran this tractor. But so why getting back to the 7810, there's just something about those 7010 series tractors, even the 8010 series, they're just beautiful tractors. I like the way the John Deere with the John Deere kind of has the black shadowing there, and just I just thought, nothing against these cabs. These cabs are nice, but then you've got a nice wider cab in the 7810 and or in the 7010 series tractors, and they're just absolutely beautiful tractors. I'd really like to have one someday. A good one is still $60,000. I mean, you get some that are have low hours. One just went for auction for over $100,000. So for a small farm like us, small dairy farm like us, $100,000 on a tractor is just not in the cards right now. Let's be realistic. But someday, I'd like to. That's the thing about our priority list and our want list. We can cross some things off, but then we usually seem to add some other things onto it. So, but anyway, my favorite tractor on the farm. That's a tough one because they all have their place. Like I said, this obviously is a very special tractor. This did a lot of work for a lot of years. We're starting to pull back a little bit and not use it as much. It's just it still does the moldboard plowing. It does the, you run wagons back and forth when we're chopping. You take something like this antique right here, this 520, another beautiful tractor. It's got an awesome story. This has always been in my family. It was my dad's uncle's tractor. Now it's my dad's tractor. First John Deere my dad ever saw. He didn't know what a John Deere was till he saw this tractor, so it's got an awesome story. This, we really don't do much with. It needs a bath. We really don't do much with this tractor. We take it down to the antique tractor pull and, pull with that. We'll get some wagons out every now and then and pull with it, but then you got a tractor like this right here, this 3010. This is what I grew up starting to drive on. I spent many hours on this tractor, raking hay, tedding hay, whatever. We had a 3010 and we had a 3020. In between those two, spent a lot of time raking hay. So finally, after all these years, got a canopy for it. It looks great. But, this was the first tractor my dad ever, when my dad and mom moved up to New York from New Jersey, this was the first John Deere my dad got. You got the 2940. This used to be, this 80 horsepower tractor used to be my dad's big tractor back in the day when I was a little baby. But, you know, now it's just, he plants corn with it. We rake hay with it, run some wagons with it. It's a great little tractor. The 4040 is starting to turn into the same thing now that we've gotten the 4250, which is the 4250 is a great tractor. But with the duals on that, the 4040 is kind of taking like what this 2940s roll and not doing as much, pushing it back more into the utility role instead of the harder worker role. So yeah, and then you got the 4555, the first and only four-wheel drive we've had on this farm. I guess to answer your question, I know it's long-winded, but that's what this video is going to be. My favorite tractor is a toss-up between the 45 and the 4055. Like I said, I like the 55 series. They're just great tractors, and you know, you could do so much, whether it's plowing, disking, chopping, running the grain cart. The cab is the same cab. This one's got a little longer wheelbase, but you know, like I said, it'd be on the tractors on our farm, be a toss-up between the 4555 and the 4055. All right, standing back here at the 4555, Randy Bennett wants to know, do you see your farm buying a 200 plus horsepower tractor? And actually, this tractor right here, factory, I think they're around 155 PTO horsepower. But we had this service, when we got it, we had it serviced. First year we had it, we sent it up to Kaz Equipment to have it serviced because it was a new to us tractor. That way they could go through it and everything, you know, just kind of check it all out and all that stuff. But they dynoed it, and this is actually running 200 PTO horsepower. So this is almost like a 4955. You know, like I said, this does our, you know, our heavy tillage, like our chisel plow and our disc, and it does our chopping and the grain cart and stuff like that. So we do have one on the farm. Do I see ourselves getting another one? Probably. It's, you know what, it would be nice, and it doesn't even have to be a 200 plus horsepower tractor, because like I said, a 7810 is 175 engine, 155 PTO horsepower. You know, it'd be nice to have like this on the chisel plow and a 7810 on the disc, or you know, even if it wasn't a 7810, yeah, it would be nice to have like a, you know, 8210 or an 80, we'll just say 8310, because you know, you said 200. It would be nice to have an 8310 on the disc and this on the chisel plow or something like that. But in the summertime, it would one of them would just be sitting unless we got like a bigger manure spreader or something like that. But so I mean, this pretty much handles all the bigger needs we have. On the wish list of stuff like a, you know, a round baler, stuff like that wouldn't really require a 200 horsepower tractor. So you know, we do have one, and so far it's working. But would it be nice? Trust me, I'll take any tractor we could get. So yeah, sure, I hope we get a bunch of them. All right, let's get into some more questions. Northeast Ohio farmer, my buddy Travis, what's your son operating on his own if he can? And then Kevin Wallace, we're talking about the winter and all that stuff. His question is, when is the kid gonna get some seat time on a tractor? Take care, buddy. What is, to answer your questions, my boy really does, he's 8 years old right now. So as far as him going out on his own and doing a bunch of things, you know, we haven't got there yet. We do a nice little combination of, you know, he wants to be down here with me as much as he can, and he's doing a lot more work that is geared toward, you know, used to be you just give him something to do just to kind of let him out of the way, but now he's actually doing work that's actually helping you out. I've had him in the wheel loader. He's operated the wheel loader before on his own with me standing there off to the side. The Kubota, he's running around like crazy with the Kubota, and now I can take him, you know, before I'm taking manure out, I can have him run up and get a couple bales of hay so we can feed the heifers and everything. So his time's coming. He'll go out with me when I take out manure, and he'll sit with me and drive the tractor. Like I said, we're not quite there yet where we're sending him out to do things totally on his own, but he's definitely taking the lead. My daughter, not so much on the equipment side of things, but I mean, of course, she's in her teens right now, so she feeds calves. She does stuff where I just send her out on her own. She feeds calves, and then if I'm milking, she'll put on a pair of gloves sometimes and help me milk. So she really enjoys that. So Greg Wagner wants to know, how many head of cows do you milk? How many acres do you farm? Lease? Own? Also, when they calve, do you keep most of them in the herd, and sell the rest. Love the comment, or love the content of the videos. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it. What was the first thing you said there? How many head of cows we milk? The barn holds 50. We milk around 50 cows. There's a little section off the barn that holds about 16 cows. That what's up, buddy? That's where we put our dry cows. So we milk about 50. Right now we're milking probably around 40 cows right now, but we have a lot here in April and May that are gonna drop. We're gonna have a lot of calves here. What was the other one? Do we lease, own? We do a little of both. As far as land goes, how many acres do we farm? When you add it all up, I'm gonna actually hold off, and I'm gonna put that, because I know there was another person who asked that comment, so I'm gonna put that together, Greg, with that one. Do we keep some or sell the rest? We keep all the heifer calves. Where I'm standing in the heifer shed right now, we keep all our heifer calves. We'll send the bull calves. We don't. My dad got attacked by a bull when I was a little kid, so we don't keep bulls around here. Oh, they're all laying down right now. We have these calf stalls right here that the calves get put in, and then you come over here. We have these smaller groups for our heifers, first group, second group, third group. Like I said, yep, and then the big fourth group over here. So when they're young, they're in here.
A little older.
About 3 to 6 months, we'll put them in here. 6 to 9 months in there. 9 to a year, 9 months to 12 months there. Once they're over a year, we'll bump them over here until they get bred. And once they get bred and they're getting close, we'll send them over to the dry cow barn, and then once they start looking like they're ready to calf, we'll bring them into the barn, and then it's like a nice big circle. The calves come out here and everything will raise them up. So yeah, so we raise our own replacement heifers. They're all just kind of chilling right now, huh? Huh, girls? There's yours in the back, huh? There's your red and white. Your red and white that's starting to, the red on her is starting to turn black a little bit, so she's a tri-colored cow, huh?
Yep, and she's really special.
She's really special, huh? Okay, Greg, so the other part about leasing, owning, and then... Okay, so Greg had that question about leasing and owning, and then there's another comment here, question from Delfield Farm. What is your total acreage breakdown? Corn, beans, hay, pasture, and a bunch of question marks. Yes, we do. We own some of our ground. We lease some of our ground. As far as breaking down each one, we probably farm a little over 300 acres. As far as like getting into it, like, you know, how much corn, how much soybeans, you know, it all depends on the rotation. So let's just throw some simple math numbers out there. Let's just say 100 acres of corn, 75 acres of soybeans, you know, 80 acres of hay, 50 acres of alfalfa. We did rye as a cover crop. We did some triticale this year. So we did some oats, because we'll plow up our alfalfa field and we'll put some of them into oats. So we'll just take a field at a time and do that. So we're not doing the whole 40 acres, obviously. But so we actually did about, let's see, we did 3 fields of oats last year. So we probably did 40 to 50 acres of oats. So that's pretty much the quick and easy breakdown. Like I said, it's not going to be, it all depends on where things are in the rotation. Down here on our river flat, when we plant corn, whatever's corn will be soybeans the following year, and vice versa, whatever soybeans will be corn the following year. So we rotate yearly with that. Alfalfa, we kind of keep our alfalfa fields probably about, depending on how they are. Some field, like the field we're going to plow up now, we didn't go a full 5 years with that, and you know, it's I think we need to add some lime to that. Starting to get some grass patches and everything, so we're going to plow that up. So but generally we usually get around 4 years out of the alfalfa, and then we'll plow it up and put it in corn for a couple of years and then seed it back over. So all right, so Dembeck Farms wants to know, denying us a video footage, how could you? I'm sure it's something I said there, but what do you think the next big purchase would be? And he put big in all caps, so ooh. It will not be a 200 horsepower tractor, but what do you think the next big purchase will be? A merger or a round baler? And I'm going to tie that in with Rick Perry. Do you have any new or new to you purchases coming up for the season? By the way, when you see Rick Perry in the comment section, because he's a good subscriber and he comments, and not saying if you don't comment you're not a good subscriber, but Rick's one of the good subscribers that comments in every video. When you see him, I'm filming this on his birthday, so wish Rick a happy birthday. Another trip around the sun, Rick. Hope it's a good one. But let's go with Steve's first. Do we see it getting a merger or a round baler? I'd like both, yeah, but I mean, realistically, and then tie it in with Rick's. We're not getting a merger or a round baler this year. Our mower threw a curveball at us, so we have to figure out what we're doing, you know, going forward with a mower. So we have to figure that out. We would have liked a round baler, but the mower, there's no sense of getting a baler if you can't mow any grass. So, holy cow, that's a lot of birds making noise. But anyway, so we got the mower. We need to work out a solution on that. Still don't know what we're doing yet. We go back and forth every day. Well, we could be doing this, and then we could do this, and we could do this. If you guys are familiar with the videos, you know at the end of last year we borrowed a neighbor's John Deere 946. And finished up fourth cutting alfalfa, and we really liked the job that John Deere did. And you know, I'm going to get accused of brand loyalty here, but I just really like I like the cutter bar and everything. I just really like the job that the John Deere did better than the New Holland. So we'll see where we go with that. We are getting a new purchase, and Rick, I'm not going to tell you what it is right now because it should be here at the end of this month, so I'm going to keep that one quiet and save that one for a video. But we are getting a new piece of equipment, and it's actually new piece of equipment. We were actually talking to Ben from Casanova Equipment the other day, and it should be here at the end of March, and I kind of gave it away. It's not a merger or it's not a round baler. So with the new piece of equipment and then figuring out what we're doing with a mower, that's probably going to be it with equipment purchases this year. So Kiwi Jim 13, are you going to buy us John Deere 7810? That's going to go back to, like I said before, I should have put that comment in with the other ones. Trust me, I love a 7810. I think they're one of the best tractors made by John Deere. I love the way they look. I drove my buddies this summer, and I like the cab, and I love the way those 7010 tractors look. And like I said, I think there's just so much you can do with the 7810. Being 155 PTO horsepower, 175 engine, and having both the small 1000 and the 540 PTO, it just gives you so much that you could do with that tractor. You know, you can put it on a bigger corn planter. You can put it on a disc, you know, for heavier tillage, baling. You know, sky's the limit. Especially on this farm, there's no job that tractor could not handle on this farm. If something happened to the 45, we could throw it on our FP240. Well, no, that's the 45's got the larger 1000 PTO. We'd figure something out, but. You know, we could chop with it, run the wagons with it. I mean, just like I said, there's just so much you can do with it. And, you know, that would just be a great tractor. So maybe someday, never say never. This YouTube channel could be my whole quest for a 7810. Maybe when I get one is the day we'll have to end the channel or something like that. Nico's put, hey, please check out the email about the business farm security cameras. Goes back to what me and Grumpy Farmer and Andy Horgan and all them talk about, how we get emails all the time for those businesses. But Nico's, I will definitely check out that email, and I will get a hold of you and let you know one way or the other. So I'm going to cut this video off right there. I put all my footage together and asked all the questions and all that fun stuff, and I rambled on and on and on, and it was a 39-minute video, and nobody wants to hear me rambling for 39 minutes. So I'm going to break this video up. If I did not get to your questions in this video, I'm going to post another one here in a couple days, so check out that one, part 2, and we'll go from there. So once again, thank you to everybody who participated. It's always fun to kind of have that little interaction and everything. So thumbs up if you like this video. Drop me a question or comment below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thumbs up to you. I totally appreciate it. Stay tuned for part 2 of Q&A, and I will see you next time. Have a good one, everybody.